bad stretch, you just got to keep grinding, keep working, doing all the things that you know are right.
And not lose sight of your objective of staying in your lane, right?
Yeah, it's such a long season. If you have a bad 10, 15 games, that is nothing over the course of a season.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Ogden on the wing. He's joined by Brown. In the post, it's Tatum and Williams. And it's MP in at the point guard. Now, here's Brogdon. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. For Malcolm Brogdon, he comes from a family, Greg, where education comes first.
Well, Malcolm earning his degree plus a master's while in college. His dad and brother, lawyers. His mom involved in higher education. Brogdon may be the smartest guy in the NBA.
And here's Collins. After the three-pointer from MP. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Here's Young following the bucket by the Celtics. So the wing on the left. Brown against Griffin. To end the run. Williams with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Just 2 to shoot. Here's Murray. Almost, but it rolls out.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
They get it again, and he makes that one.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. It just seems, Richard, like Robert Williams is a guy willing to do anything to help his team.
And there's a whole lot he can do. His defense has never been a question. He can dish it. He's an aggressive rebounder. And look, his effort level, that's something you don't ever question.
Young finds Griffin. Young looking it over. Hawks passing it around. Williams with the block. Now MP. Coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. For 3. A new 14 for Boston. And they pick up 2. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Murray against Brogdon. They could use a bucket. Capella trying to free himself up. Murray, no good.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the Celtics with the top defense last year, they are so great at switching everything, making the most of their personnel.
And the switching on defense that the Celtics do, it really disrupts teams.
And you don't really have mismatches to hunt. And you got guys like Smart and Williams that are out there putting pressure on shooters as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Kongwu's checked in for Capella. Frank Kaminsky comes in for John Collins. Hunter's checked in for Murray. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Young. And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Now here's Griffin after the miss from MP. Passes to Griffin. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 8, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. AGA, what about these Hawks? They can really be fun to watch.
Yeah, and they just need to be more consistent, Kevin. It seems they can beat anyone on any day. If they can start doing that
Substitution on the court.
Collins and Capella man the post position. The guard pair, the talented Young and Murray. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Snatched up. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Murray. Young outside. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's a second, and I think they'll keep him in. He's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Celtics. Here's Capella, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Wide open look here for Murray. His 3 pointers off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
MP, and MP throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, some people call John Collins John the Baptist for how he dunks over defenders. He says, the game is slowing down for me. I'm able to see my spots. I want to continue to build on that and be looked at as a pillar, a guy that can be counted upon. Kevin, it seems he's hungry for more. Back to you.
He's a big-time dunker, that's for sure, looking to reach his full potential. David, thanks.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Back to MP. The shot, no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And this, the first of 3 games these 2 teams will play against one another this season. You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
And the way Trae Young, GA, is the focus of this offense. The numbers just pile up.
Yeah, I mean, they run so much through him. His usage rate is off the charts. Led the entire league in total points and total assists in 2022. And that hadn't been done in 49 years.
They grabbed their own miss. Griffin's shot is good. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 2. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin.
Johnson can't get it to go. Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Griffin passes to MP. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 6th rebound on the night. And finished off by Collins.
And that's 2 tough points from Collins. Willing to mix it up down low.
For Boston, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. And here's MP for 3. Rebound by Murray for Atlanta. They've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. And they take the lead. Collins has got 8.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Young against MP. In the corner. Tatum with it. Back to MP. Pass to Brogdon. Celtics passing it around. MP. Rebounded by the Hawks. Young for 3. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks lead by 2. We'll be back shortly.
The Celtics ready for.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Hey, Richard, last season, Spurs coach Greg Popovich moved into first all-time in career coaching wins. And You played for him. You know him well. Any memories or thoughts about playing for Popovich?
First, let me say congratulations to Greg Popovich, because he is the type of coach and person you want to be the face of this league. You want him to be the face of the coaching ranks because he is so humble. He is so demanding. And you know what? He knows how to host a pretty good meal, too.
And you were a part of many of those, correct?
Oh, yeah, a lot of those meals. And look, we'll talk about the coaching a little later, but he knows how to do a really good meal.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Again on the wing, he's joined by Brown. In the post, it's Tatum and Williams. And it's MP in at the 1. Williams finds MP. They get it back. Shot's good by Williams. Now it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backcourt.
Now the pass to Murray. Over Williams. Outside for Murray. Capella trying to free himself up. Tries yet again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Third personal.
That's on Malcolm Brogdon.
Great initiative from Capella there, seeing an opportunity to score and getting the D to act.
The Hawks have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. First free throw is good. And one thing, Greg, we know Capella has always done, he plays to his strengths.
It's a great point, Kevin. Capella knows where he's best and really focuses on that. Can help the team with minimal touches on offense, but he really anchors a defense by not overextending.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Hunter comes in for Collins. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Murray.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half, coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Young dishes to Griffin. Shot clock at 5. Poked loose and stolen by MP. Goes up and MP throws it down.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And Holiday kicks to Hunter. It's Young on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Over MP. The Hawks again can't hit.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And this Celtics squad looking like the Celtics of old.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Boston.
One shot.
And that one falls for Collins.
Well, this Hawks team can run into defensive issues. Don't have many perimeter stoppers, and the interior at times can be overwhelmed.
The guard pair, the talented Young and Murray. Collins and Capella man the post position. And it's Griffin in at the 3. So that's the Hawks 5. Young pass to Griffin. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop. Brown wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Hawks trail by 20, and for Atlanta, Greg, on-ball defense can be a problem.
The team knows it's their weak spot. Have solid post defenders, great offense, but they'll be limited until they figure it out defensively.
That's his first turnover of the game, and that only goes to show how well he's taking care of the ball to this point.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Murray outside. Here's Collins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Collins has shown to be a game changer on the floor. The problem for him has been staying on the floor. It has sparked the injury bug his whole career.
For Collins, he has yet to play close to a full slate of games, Greg, in a single season.
Collins has missed time in each season he's played. He's young enough. A few years of good injury fortune can change the narrative, and let's just hope that's the case for his sake.
Here's Williams, and that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And while they have the lead, they're not doing nearly as much work on the offensive boards as they did in that first half.
Murray with it. Williams picks him up. From 13, Williams with the block. MP against Young. MP outside. One of the biggest changes in the NBA since I started broadcasting back in the early 80s, player movement, Richard. Guys switching teams all the time. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for the NBA?
I think for players, it's great because you have more mobility. You have a chance to change your environment and revitalize you. For the fans, I understand. Probably not so much because really they connect to these players, especially when you draft them or they're a part of an epic year or a championship. You just hate to see those players go. So there's 2 sides to it.
And I bet as a player, knowing you as I do, you probably enjoy the challenge of trying to reassert yourself, find out where you could best help your new team.
Yes, and you enjoy your new role. I've been in roles where I was expected to be a leading scorer. I've also been in a role where I was expected to mentor Kawhi Leonard, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes. All those guys were drafted at my time in Golden State.
The Hawks again can't hit. Boston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Celtics.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Robert Williams.
And there's no question his defense set the tone for his team and gave them the rim protection they needed. Outstanding effort.
Brown. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Here's Collins shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And when Collins goes up, the interior defense runs out of options. He forces him to get sloppy.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one to come